So somebody sent me this video. Let's talk about it.
I didn't know how algorithms work. I then agreed with you and said, no, please explain to me in great detail, specifically, how algorithms work.
See, I noticed that you were, in this video, you were picking a fight with this woman. You said, oh, explain to me how algorithms work. I didn't know any idea, but you were being very disingenuous by the emoji you used and by the tone of your voice. Very disingenuous statement. You were just trying to make poke fun and victimize a woman. But go on. Let me hear what you got to say.
I was making demands of you, suggesting that it was only because you were a woman. I did make demands of you, but it's not because you were a woman. I made demands because you made a claim. The simple act of you assuming that I made demands of you because you are a woman and not because you made a claim is textbook definition of victimhood mentality. You assumed that my actions were based on you being a female and not the actions that you took as an individual.
So like I pointed out, like you were victimizing her. You literally were talking to her in a condescending way in your comments and in the video. Have you ended your video with the I called you out to substantiate a claim you made? Okay, then she's not a victim. You called her out for substantiating. But you then proceeded to say a bunch of off-the-chain shit that kind of reiterates the fact that you victimized her. You purposely chose her. You picked her out. You didn't generalize the statement. You made it directly towards her. That was based on your words in that video.
Against women. Don't promote violence against women on the basis that they're women. But if a woman hits me in my face and I hit her back, that's called equality.
No, that's not called equality. What the fuck? And went on to say it doesn't matter of the size and physique of the man. If a woman hits him, she can hit him. He can hit her back with no punishment. Are we sure about that? What you think is equality isn't equality, because if a man is an NFL player and he hits a woman, even if she hits him first, not equal. Physique matters, because it matters in law and it matters in common sense. See, the law only allows people to attack each other with reasonable or equal force. Even in the stand your ground, it's equal or reasonable force. If you have a 96-pound woman and you're a 300-pound man, hitting her like she hit you is not equal. I beg of you, in any state you look it up, find me where that's legal. Are you allowed to restrain the woman? Sure. Are you allowed to flee the scene after being hit? Yes. Again, if a 90-pound woman smacked a 300-pound offensive lineman in the NFL and he hits her back, that's not equal. But my real question is, why do you want to hit women so bad? You know what the irony is you're playing the victim while telling somebody they have a victimhood mentality. Even though I showed you what victim mentality means. In order to have a victim mentality, you have to provide proof of the contrary. You have to show her that she's not a victim of something. Not that she's not a victim of something that you said or did, she's not a victim at all. Then I showed you that what you did could be considered victimization because of your condescending and disingenuous tone towards her. All you asked me to do was, watch the 11 videos she made about me. Which tells me you were meaning to victimize her all along. Because you're asking me to watch videos because you're trying to defend yourself. Now, in my immense certifications, which I have many, because I am trained and I've worked with the United States government on how to de-escalate threats, armed and unarmed. It's my job. That's what I do for a living. So nonverbal and verbal cues are easy to pick up on. So let's break down your video when you said that I truly was genuinely asking her if what algorithms were. No, the fuck you weren't. That was a lie. Because if you don't know what algorithms are, you're either stupid as hell and she was questioning your intelligence and that's what made you mad, or you're fucking ignorant and she was questioning that intelligence and that's what made you mad. That's why you bring up the response of, if a woman hits me, I'd hit her back, because you felt like she hit you when she questioned your intelligence. Your response video was a hit back. Now, you said I was strawmanning you, which I never did. I never assumed what you felt or how you feel. I literally just went word for word what you said and showed the contrary. So you asking me to address the point? I did. It went over your head because you're so butthurt that a woman made 11 videos about you. You asked me, and that's why I said, does it matter? No, I didn't watch them. Does it matter? Will that change your thought process in the video you made? Will it change your thought process in the fact that somebody, you said if a woman hits you, you would hit her back? I said, whoa, buddy, it's not equal. Even though you said it was equal, it's not. So even in Stand Your Ground, they say reasonable force or equal force. The reason why they say that is because physique and body matters. Training in military training and all that stuff matters. If you put somebody who is physically trained to do harm to somebody against somebody that is not, regardless of how hard a woman hits you, if you're physically trained and physically bigger than her, it's not equal. And I said that. Now, and I also agreed with you on the point that if you said, I only asked you to substantiate your claim because you made a claim, not because you're a woman. I said, if you left it at that, I agree with you. But you didn't leave it at that. And that's the problem.
Yes, my original comment was disingenuous. But why was
It doesn't matter why it was. It matters that it is. Like I said it was. Back and look at my video and see what I said in my very first video. You can do so by clicking the comment and going back. It's my very first video. What I said was, based on your use of an emoji and your condescending tone in that video, as well as in the comment section, she felt victimized. She felt like a victim. And then you lied and said, I didn't do that. That's not what I was doing. It wasn't until I questioned your intelligence that you decided to out yourself as a liar. So you'd rather be known and seen as a fucking liar than to be looked at as a dumbass, which is actually fucking dumb in its own logic. Funny thing is this, if you look through the comment section of the videos, I even called that you were gonna do that. I knew you were blatantly lying. That's why I decided to question your intelligence, because I knew if I did that, you would finally tell the truth. And to you, the image of intelligence means more than having integrity. I got all that in a 3-minute video. Now you keep harping on me working for the government. It's not me working for the government that's a flex. It's what I do for them that I use as a flex. Because I do it so good that even you look like a child right now. Oh, she made 11 videos about me. Yeah, because you were picking on her. Picking on her in the comment section. And she knew you were fucking lying. That's why she questioned your intelligence. Because she knew you were lying. She knew you were trying to be condescending. By asking, oh, explain to me what an algorithm is. So you don't want to address those points. You want to talk about what you did and all this other bullshit. Leave out the points of what I said. And use the words I actually said. And you said, I'm the one making things up in my head. But my words haven't changed. I told you since the first video I made, you're fucking lying. I told you since the first video I made, it's not equal for you to hit a woman back, even if she hits you first. It's not equal. It's not equal by society standards, and it's not even equal by law standards. Hence why Jonathan Majors is in trouble, even though he didn't do anything. Because it's not equal. That's why Ray Rice has never carried a football for the rest of his life after that video came out of him hitting a woman. Even though she hit him first, doesn't matter. So I said common sense and even lawful sense. It's not equal. And yet you have not proven anything to me. You have not shown any information or facts that's showing that it is equal. Even though I've shown that it's not. Take the fucking crayons out of your mouth.